Hi, Hank 64Trading. I'm going to talk about Tesla and talk about Trendline and support regarding Tesla and where Tesla might be going next. All right, so trend lines on Tesla. So from this pivot key here, we talked about in some of the other videos about trend lines. We'll draw this line here on Tesla. Now there's a separate trend line that creates a channel on Tesla right here. Pivot point here, pivot point, the touch point here, kind of went through a little bit. We came back down and we hit on this pivot point here, right? We came close to this. Now, a channel is established when you trade in a range. So we go up, we reject a certain area, we bounce out a certain area, right? We trade in the range. Okay. Now you could draw them in different areas. That's one area to draw them. Here's another area to draw them. I could have drawn this and stretched this way based on why this pivot point. This was the second pivot point actually. But once you broke out of this, you could have moved this down to this area here. Well, sometimes you have to adjust them based on what the chart's doing. Now, we like to keep it on a straight line and move this maybe here, trading in that area range, which is good as well. Now, Tesla, there's a support area here, right here. Why? Because again, when you see two or more pivot points, that will establish where you draw your lines. Again, trend lines are always diagonal. They're never horizontal or vertical. Horizontal ones are always support and resistance lines. We have a support line here. Why? Came down, we bounced up, we established a point. But before you even did that, there was points here where there was price action that held, and we got this gap up. Same thing here. So this is a very strong support line. So when price came down to this area, it didn't have to come down to the bottom and touch this trend line here. You have a strong support area here. This was an earnings day. Earnings were, as you can see here, they weren't very good, but the market ran up. But what we were watching for, because we have a very confirmed, right, strong, we got three pivot points here, upper trend line that this broke out of above, kind of came down and tested consolidation. This is consolidation right here. And you got a breakout of confirmed breakout of consolidation to go higher. We are overbought on Tesla. We talk about consolidation, identifying this, trend line, support, resistance, and a bunch of other key elements and very descriptive, very easy to understand ways inside. You can look at the bio for the link for courses. But the Tesla is now at another area where there's going to be resistance. Why? Because there's resistance right here at this level. Pivot point, uses support. We gap down a little bit. We have resistance here. So we're almost at that point of 360 on Tesla. That's where the next place it could go. But again, we are what? We are overbought here, right? We're overbought. We've crossed out of here. We've established the strength of Tesla on this because of these pivot areas that we drew this trend line way back here, December 2024, starting that pivot area here, right? We broke up consolidation and we broke out of consolidation to the upside. So the target is 360 on Tesla. Very simple to understand. Again, two or more points for support and resistance is going to be along the horizontal path. Trend lines are going to be two or more points, that's pivot points that you see along a diagonal path. And we understand that this is overbought. So possibly this will go to 360 and pull back on Tesla. I'm Hank, 64Trading. Hope you guys are trading well. I will talk to you soon in an upcoming next lesson. Take care.